Do you find the idea of lanterns on the water soothing, and you like the different colors, and you like placing tiles and have them match up? Lanterns is just the game for you.
Have you ever wondered what games you should keep or you should lose? Find out here at Purge Review.
So how does one say something bad about Lanterns the game? The game is so vanilla. You take a tile, you place it down, you hopefully want to match up the colors, and you want to score the most points and get bonuses as you're going. But as you're going and you match the colors up, you're going to be giving colors to your opponents, and that's really the trick of this game. Everything about it is just vanilla. It's a good game. Sure, it works. Absolutely. Is it fun? Yeah, a little bit. It's one of those games that just kind of like when you're enjoying it, it was a really hot topic for a while. Lanterns, everybody was talking about Lanterns. And a dice version come out. I think there was an expansion for this. It's been rather popular, but it's just one of those games that goes down really well. I feel like with people who like Tucado or you like those kind of like Zen type games, I feel like Lanterns fits into that. Can it be nasty? I guess a little bit. So you're placing these tiles down and you want them to match up. And everybody's going to get a tile on a turn. And it's kind of just draw a tile, you have a hand of tiles, and you play a tile. And it can be as easy as that. So that opens the game up to a lot of people. A lot of people can play this game because it's very, very simple. It's just really matching colors. The lantern just kind of thrown on top of it. I guess it makes sense a little bit. But it is pleasing to people. It doesn't offend anyone. That's kind of what I would say about this game. It's the most non-offensive game you're ever going to play in your life. And that's going to appeal to some people. People are going to really like that Zen quality of this game. For me, I find it rather boring, I guess. It's one of those games that I have a lot of fun when I'm playing. If it was an app, I think I'd really like it. I think it is an app, by the way. But it's just not something like when I go to the shelf, it's like I want to pull it off and play it. No! And this is the game when Lanterns Dice came out. It was like, I kind of like that game. Should I buy it? And I was like, no. You don't enjoy the experience. Stop. I slapped myself a couple times. Stop buying. Stop reaching for that game. So I didn't get Lanterns Dice based on my personal feelings about this game, where it was, yeah, it's okay. And I think some people are really going to like it. I also think after being on your shelf for 6 months, you're also going to forget about it. And that's how I feel about Lanterns. For me, it's going to be a purge. I think if you try it, you're going to like it. I think if you try it, you'll probably buy it. And I think it'll be on your shelf, and you'll forget about it also. So here are the components for Lanterns the Harvest Festival by Renegade Games. You're going to open up, you get a rule book, which we'll take a look at in a few minutes. You're going to get these tiles, which will have different lanterns. They are nice. They're a little bit colorblind because they have different symbols on them. They're pretty good tiles, and they're big. So these are a little bit bigger than normal tiles, if you ask me. You're going to get a set of cards in here. Now, these will be both cards that you're collecting and cards you're trying to score off of. So these will have the different lanterns on them. And they have different symbols on them in case somebody's colorblind. Then in the back here, you will see the turn sequence and the player aids that you will have. You're going to get a little bit of these tiles, which will be your scoring tiles that you'll be utilizing. And these are your favorite tokens. Now, these are not cardboard. These are wooden. And they have printing on them, as you can see. And these are actually really nice components. So everything in the box, not a custom insert, but everything is really nice in here. So here's the rulebook for Lanterns. You can tell it's a little long. It's a little oddly shaped. It's no problem. Opening, and an overview of all the components, which is a great plus for me. Need that in every game. Setup takes 2 pages with a picture over here, which is fantastic. And then the gameplay. So right here is everything you need to know how to play the game. And then it just breaks it down a little bit and gives you more details and examples. As you can see here, it's all in full color. And this is where it ends. This is an example of a turn, which is great. I always like when they include that in the game. And then you have the end of the game and an appendix of more examples of how to play. Very simple game to learn. Probably can read this in 5 minutes, maybe less. If you're a slow reader, 10. But definitely in 15 or less, you'll be up and running. Okay, so this is what setup's going to kind of look like. You're going to have your starting tile. It's the one with the boat. Set up, everybody will get whatever side of the board you're sitting on. You'll get that color immediately of these. So these are just the cards. I'm placing them here so you can see. You're going to have a number of these dedication tokens. There's 3 different kinds. I'll go over these in just a couple minutes. Everybody will start the game off with 3 cards, and they'll be ready to start. So the first thing you do is you can exchange these favor tokens, and I'll explain how you get these. But the first thing you do on a turn is you can exchange 2 of these and take any card that you want. So you could exchange a card. So if I had a green card, let's say, and I wanted to give up my 2 favor tokens, I could give up my green card and maybe get a purple card that I would need for strategic reasons. That's the first thing you would do on a turn. The second thing you can do is you can give up your lantern cards that you see across here, if you happen to have any, in one of 3 ways, and they can be worth different kinds of victory points. So this one says three sets of 2 pairs. So I could have 2 greens, 2 red, 2 black, etc. It's just 4 of a kind, so 4 purple or 4 blue or whatever. And this one is 1 of every color, so it's unique. So 3 different ways you can go, and you'll be getting different victory points for claiming these. And there's a lot more of these tiles in the game. I just want to show you an example. So the second thing you do on a turn is give up cards to complete a dedication token if you want to generate these honor points. So in this case, if you did this one, you would get 5 honor points. Beginning of the game, you started with 3 tiles, and you'll place one of these out on the board. It's very easy to do. So let's say I place a tile, this has to be adjacent to another one. In this case, because the blue matches, I would gain a blue card. Then everybody else on the table would get, the person sitting over here would get a white card, yellow card. I would get another red card, because red is towards me and blue is towards this person. They would generate a card. If it happens to have a symbol on it, then I would gain a favor token for having one of those on it. And you continue to do this. So then the next player would go. He could exchange his favor tokens to exchange a card if he wanted to. He could perform a dedication if he chose to. Place a tile. Everybody else would generate cards. When all the tiles have been placed, then all you do is add up the honor points that you've earned during the game. Whoever has the most honor points is your winner. Who should buy this game? Anyone who just kind of wants a light game. You could play this with your uncle or aunt who doesn't play games, all the way to your spouse who doesn't like games that much, to somebody who does like games and just wants a lighter, an experience that's easy to take down. The game is very quick. It's a tile laying game. People really like those. Matching the colors up and how to score this comes very simple to people, and they're just going to like it. It reminds me of a game you can have a conversation over. So the game itself may not be, and it could be for some people. Some people may take this game very seriously as an abstract, and like, I want to win, and that's fine. Nothing wrong with that. The game definitely plays that way. But it can also be an experience where you're just laying some tiles, you're having a chat, talking about the kids, the homeschooling, how's school going, how's the job going. This can be one of those experiences where we're just kind of playing things out. But it can also be pretty ruthless. So I think it's going to be a wide variety of people. And you can play this with your kids. You can play just with nearly anybody. It's just a vanilla game. It's going to be a purge for us, but I think it has a wide appeal to a lot of people, and the theme kind of plays into that also.